Niranjan Hiranandani, thank you for joining this broadcast. And some good news, urban centers, digitization of records, possibly giving a fillip to the sector that you come from. How do you see this budget?
I think we are very delighted that the PMAY scheme is now talking about 3 crore houses in the affordable segment and interest subvention of more than 1 lakh crores in the next 5 to 7 years. I think that's a big statement. Number 2, I think the issue of the multiplier effect of that with the urban infrastructure and metro cities having infrastructure, I think that's a big statement. Skilling is very important in our sector, Navika, because we find we are just not getting skilled labor at all. Our growth is there, but we are finding it very difficult to get skilled labor. That's a very big shortage. I think that being addressed is extremely important. Also, the fact that a statement is made to reduce the cost of government. Stamp duty and other charges by the state governments and others are sought, and especially for women, to be given a concession for stamp duty is, I think, a very important factor, which is really going to happen. Digitization and GIS mapping of all revenue records is important. Title deeds otherwise are a question mark, and litigation in all areas in the country have really taken over many of the courts, which is really doing. Also, the fact that the rental housing is first time come. We have been demanding this for the last 10 years. They've only limited it to industrial rental housing, which is, I think, a limitation which should not have been there. There's a lot of other rental housing that we could be done in the private sector for education, for other people in services which are there, not necessarily only for industrial workers. I think this should be kept little broad-based and other things could come up. I think all in all, very positive. My view is the GDP growth, if focused on housing, urban infrastructure, textiles and tourism, will help greatly employment in the country, and your GDP can touch 10% within a year, year and a half. That's the GDP growth could touch that percentage. Of course, a lot of positive is there.